So this is just going to be a representation of how two students would play the game. I think 4 students in a group would be best. Does not have to be even numbers. You could even do this with the whole class. 1 times 3. Both students would be watching each other's roll on the dice and making sure that the student that just rolled is finding the correct answer before they mark it. I've also got free spots on here that in the directions it does say to color your free spots before you begin. You could change the number of free spots. You could have no free spots on this if you wanted to. I made this with several because this is going to be more of an introductory game since you're doing single digit multiplication. You're starting with 1, 2, 3s. So ideally this would be repeated practice and used for increasing fluency in the lower numbers on the multiplication chart. 5 times 5. There are multiple of most of the answers on here, and so that way if they roll the same answer again, they still have a spot to mark usually. If they run out of spots to mark, then they will need to skip a turn, so they can't roll the same number too many times. 4 times 5. I don't have anybody here to play the game, so it's just me playing against myself. This one was 3 times 5. And again, for this, if you had lower level students, you're going to want to make sure to pair them with medium level students. That way you're never pairing a high level student with a low level student. 2 times 3. Oop, I'm using the wrong color. Also, for students, you want to be able to scaffold this using, if they need a scratch piece of paper and a pencil to figure their answers at first, that is fine. But eventually you would want to scaffold them away from that into fluency of being able to do these mentally and or just recall them quickly. This one is 3 times 4. While the students are playing this in small groups, you would want to circle around the room and be checking their answers, solving disputes. If one person thinks the other person's wrong, you can settle that with them. I would advise students before they start playing that, if you have a question or a dispute, raise your hand. I'll be walking around the room and I'll come to you. Times 5. The students have to get 5 in a row, either left and right or up and down. It cannot be diagonal. 6 times 4. Once they run out of spots, they have to skip a turn if they don't have that answer available to mark. 1 times 6. While this game seems pretty simple to an adult, it is actually a lot more complicated for students that are just learning multiplication and are trying to get fluent in those single digits. 2 times 6. Three times 3. some of the lower numbers, like 1 times 1, 1 times 2, I've only put one of those on the answers. That way they're not getting all the easy ones repeatedly. The higher ones like 36, 30, 20, 24, I've put those on there more times. So ideally they're practicing the harder equations more. Okay, so on this one I only had 1 times 5. I only had 1 5, so I cannot mark that again. So I'm going to skip my turn since I do not have another 5 to mark on here. So the other person will get to go again. 1 times 6. I've already marked my 6s. I had 2 6s on here, so I cannot mark another one. I will miss a turn again. Go back to the first player. 3 times 4. I do not see any more 12s on here, so I get to miss a turn again. Goes back to the first player, or the second player. 4 times 4, that's my first 16 I've gotten. And you will just keep playing until somebody finally gets 5 in a row. As you can see, I've gone several times for each player and still do not have 5 in a row, even with all those free spaces. So this would be a great 15 to 30 minute activity with your class, depending on their ability levels. And if they finish early, you can have them play again, especially your high achievers. Or you could use those erasable dice and go for higher numbers. Or if you have students that are working on a particular set, you can make up some different bingo cards that have just the multiplicatives of 9 or whatever set you're working on at the time.